choir now.
So you, with all the seriousness going on, is that what caused you to get your sense of personality? Because you're a natural comedian, from what we've heard.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like, I don't know. It's just how I am. Like, I can be serious. I always be serious, but joking just like it's so natural. Like, I don't even be trying to be funny. I used to get in trouble in school a lot for that.
Class clown.
Yeah, like, rapping in class, making beats on the table, the pencils, joining the teachers.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't help it. Like, it was just.
So coming up like that, they would say that, you know, statistically, you wouldn't go to college, but you graduated from Tech.
Yeah,
So I mean, kudos for that. Like, can I get a drum roll, please?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
For sure.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Where did you graduate? What was your major?
I was in audio engineering. I was in there for music.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, growing up in school, like, I just didn't like school. I liked the school for being around the people, but I ain't like doing school like that.
I feel you.
You feel me? So a lot of my teachers, when I got to high school, I had a teacher tell me, you know what I'm saying, tell my homegirl, she was like the teacher pet. So they had like a teacher's meeting or whatever, and she happened to be in there. They thought her earphone was in, but they was like, oh, him? Well, yeah, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna, like, he gonna fail. We gonna fail him. We ain't tripping. Now they were talking like me like that. And I look at it like, bro, I make more money than y'all now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I caught one of my teachers at the store,
But
at the shoe store. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah.
I tipped her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gave you hell in school, but I'm just tip you, like, just because.
That's respect, though.
Exactly.
The fact that you know what was said behind your back and come to this day, you don't even know how that tip benefited her. That's big respect.
No, for
But
sure.
not only that, you took somebody else's opinion about you and you turned it into something that transcended all of that.
Because the older I got, I realized, like, you can have grudge with folks like that, but they don't know your path. And
Yeah,
I ain't know
they
my
don't.
path.
They don't.
So once it locked in with my path where I was going, it was almost like, Father, forgive her for she know not what she
Exactly.
do.
Come on, church.
Exactly.
Come on, church.
Don't pull it up in here now.
Look, as he sip his double cup.
Yes, sir.
His apple juice.
Listen.
That is too neat. So you like to cook?
Yeah, I like to cook.
Just for yourself or to entertain?
I like cooking hood nigga meals. Like,
Ooh, I'm just gonna ask.
I make like some big stuff I had to by following directions off YouTube.
So what's the best? What's the best meal you have made?
I call them hood nigga meals.
Okay, well, I mean,
But
what's
yeah,
the best hood nigga meal?
My hood nigga meal, my favorite, like my best one, I say is the spaghetti bombs.
Okay,
The
what's
what?
that?
It like
Spaghetti
you
bombs.
take the biscuit, motherfucker, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Take the butter,
Okay.
milk that motherfucker.
Okay.
Some garlic,
Little
Yeah.
seasoning, make the little on the garlic board.
Okay.
Take the biscuit, flatten them out, get them all open.
Yeah.
Made the spaghetti already.
Okay. Yeah.
I putting it in the biscuit, but I'm balling it up though. Putting it in, then putting it in the pan. So when I put it up,
So then when you
when
eat
you
it,
bite it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It come out that motherfucker like
so
that. So
it's garlic bread and spaghetti right there
for sure.
at your finger.
It ain't two separate things. It's all
Alright.
in one.
So next time you come up in here, I'm gonna need for you to bring us some.
That's easy though. Like,
Bring us some, so we can try that
out.
out for sure.
So explain your definition of a good time.
Yeah, cause you said you like to have a good time.
I do.
Turn
I
up.
do.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have good vibes. So like when I go places, if I don't feel the vibe, I ain't gonna lie. I might still stay there because I paid to get in there.
Exactly.
But it like I might just be like I'm chilling, but going out like actually having good vibes for like, you know, kitchen cooler drink, you know what I'm saying, good music, and I don't know, it's so much to do when you're having a good time. Cause I could be chilling having a good time, I could be hype having a good time. It just depends on the vibe or the situation where we at though.
Exactly.
I could be at church.
Exactly.
I'm still in the streets, but I could be in church still.
So what would the definition of your perfect day be? Like if you could have a perfect day, what would that look like?
If a deposit hit my account.
Okay,
trying to
cause
tell you.
period, where the money
That's a
at?
perfect day. I don't gotta do nothing in my draw for the rest of the day. Watch TV.
Where
Yeah,
the money
deposit hit,
resides?
hey, pound. I like be looking at my. Sometimes when I was young, I first started getting deposits from music stuff like that. I would be in the house. I'd be like, finna watch TV and chill. Might get on on YouTube, so I don't watch something.
Okay, so long as the check clear, we good.
Having a good day.
Period.
Would you prefer Because you've experienced both. You've experienced the actual music career. You've experienced the producing career. Which one would you rather be mainly involved in?
Well, as of right now, like the producing is definitely the one I'm mostly involved in. You feel me? Actually, today I just made a placement today on the album today.
Okay.
Like it hit this morning. So like they were saying, it's like, I actually been working with a lot of gospel artists lately. Writing and producing with them, it was like, you know, the rap and gospel rap industry is not big. It's not a lot of the people that's in there. So working with them, it's like it's so easy because me growing up in church,
Yeah.
I can adapt to the streets and because that's what they want to do.
Exactly.
So when
Yeah.
I write and do stuff, I still sound like a street nigga that came from church that letting you know like you ain't gotta go rob this nigga. You ain't gotta go do this. You gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like positive
Exactly.
music.
It's a balance.
So yeah, you let it be known that you don't have to just be one thing. Like you can be made up of many contradictions.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
because
sure.
that's what they would call it. You
Yeah,
know,
for
when
sure.
when you can switch from hip hop to gospel, they gonna call it a contradiction.
Yeah.
for
But
sure.
you can't be made up of that. Like, and that's real.
It's facts.
That's what's up. I like that.
I could definitely see you putting a whole gospel hip hop album together, producing it and bringing it out. I feel like that'd be dope for Atlanta. You don't see nobody doing that right now. Not here. You know, you see it around the world, of course, but to have somebody put it out there,
Yeah,
maybe
for
we
sure.
can expect that from you.
Yeah, for sure. I actually am working on some gospel records. I'm trying to tie in the gospel rappers with the bigger gospel artists, the ones that people look at as, you know,
The Kirk
So like Kirk
Franklin, the
Franklin,
Dunham
Yolanda
Kirk.
Adams.
like,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Lecrae doing a song with Kirk Franklin.
Right.
Or Kirk Franklin and Lecrae, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you feel
Right,
me? Like,
right.
either way, they both tapping into each other's zone, but making it sound good for you to be like, bro, I gotta listen to it. That song just motivated the youth and the old
Exactly.
at the same time.
Exactly. So, with the culture going where it's going, like, do you feel like there's a shift happening within like music, just in general? Because I mean, like right now, like you got Baby on the top, but
For sure.
I've been hearing like it's a shift getting ready to change. Like, do you feel like there's a shift with music right now?
I feel like it's a shift, period. Like, not even just with music, just period. Like, I'm gonna get a little personal.
Okay.
Y'all know how I probably be hearing you back to back, like
Yeah.
back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? That been me this whole year, like since February.
Yeah.
But y'all wouldn't even mean to tell that if I ain't just say that to y'all, cause I keep
Exactly.
a positive voice. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a shift finna happen, like something finna change, and make the whole music industry, everything just change.
Period.
I don't even know what to look for.
Me
to.
neither.
I'm just walking, taking it day by day, and just like whatever God gonna say, whatever happen,
Yeah.
just gonna
Walking
happen.
by
like,
faith and not by sight.
You play too
Okay.
much, but you better say that.
Okay.
It's the finger pointing for me. You know,
You know how they do.
that's. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause being that people look at you, they see your social media, they feel like you on top, you living your best life, and for you to even just drop that gem of personal information, you gotta let people know like the struggle is literally the foundation
Yeah.
of everything that is blissful
Oh,
in
for
your
sure.
life. You
There
know
is
what I'm
no
saying?
success without failure.
There's no success without
I
failure.
don't care what nobody say.
No, that's fact, because people ask me like, so what is something you'll tell, you know, people that's looking up to you, like that's upcoming? I be like, bro, if you ain't fail, you ain't doing it right.
Exactly.
You gotta fail a lot of times.
Exactly.
to
Say
get
it one more
where-
time for the people in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fail a lot of times just to get to where you need to go to. If you
Yeah.
ain't failing, you ain't doing it right at all. And because you'll know once you feel like, okay, I can't do that no more. Next, then I'm gonna try to figure out the process to how to get to the next level. And once you figure it out, I mean, you pretty much know, of course, because you start succeeding. But failing is something that actually I had to learn to take my failures and change it around and make it a positive thing. Like, you know, okay, I messed up. Now what's the next move? What's the next option for me to not make that mistake again and fail again? So, and if I fail again right there, I don't give up. I just keep going. all the time.
And you gotta have that type of heart in this type of business, because the yeses just don't come like that.
They don't.
You get a whole lot of no's before you get yeses. So you gotta have.
And you gotta put the time in. Everybody think it's a
easy. They think it's
easy.
For
How long
sure.
you been in the game, Big C?
Hey, listen, I've been in the game about almost. I've been doing music
I think
20,
since 2010, from what I remember.
Yeah.
From what I can remember.
Yeah, from my older, like me getting old enough to handle and do things on my own. But
Right.
Okay, so
I've
you
been doing this
not
since I've been a
counting
kid,
when
though.
you ain't really know much.
I mean, I always been into music since
Yeah.
I've been a kid. You feel me? My cousin was the one that introduced me into the producing with my brother. So it's
Gotcha.
like they was old then.
Gotcha.
So for me, seeing them, it's like, I mean, y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, no, for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
So it's fall season. It's getting cold. The ladies want to know: can they snuggle?
Exactly. I was just finna say.
Can they get close to
You
Big
know
C?
I want to get into the nitty gritty. Is there a romance?
I'm really being Hollywood. Like, I got a girl. You feel me?
Ooh.
It like, you feel me? Like, I understand female gotta be around. Like, that's just how the music shit is. Like, they gonna be around. It ain't no if and buts about it.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You feel me?
And you gotta have a strong spouse who gonna be able to support you through this here business.
So how do you
For sure.
mentally help her and guide her through your whole you transition throughout the the industry?
Yeah, or y'all help each
I
other.
just keep shit raw and uncut, cause like I don't care if it make you feel some type of way or not. It like this the real, and if life real, so like if you don't catch on quick enough, you know what I'm saying, then you'll just be in the back. But I'm not saying not understanding, but I still gotta succeed some type of way. Either you gonna be with me or you ain't. You gonna be on my team or you ain't. You know these female gonna be a nigga. I ain't no ugly nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? It cold outside.
It
It's cold outside.
You get cooked.
Trust me, she know what's
You know.
You can cook the spaghetti garlic meatballs, bro.
Okay.
It's the spaghetti
she
garlic
saying,
meatballs for
yeah.
me.
It's not a lot of guys that like to cook nowadays.
Yeah,
So when
exactly.
you meet a guy who like the cuddle and cook and do all those fun things,
Sis,
like
hold on. Cuddle, cook, do music
in
in the church. He knows
celebrate
God.
his family.
I still
Celebrate
have to say, nah, I
Christmas.
ain't perfect, y'all. So, you know.
Celebrate.
I ain't gonna
We
sit here and say
boosting
that.
them up.
We ain't saying that, but we just count down. You know, people don't really pay attention to all that. They pay attention to what they see at first.
Yeah.
In general.
So before we started the interviewing process, you were performing a song.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, tell everybody the name and the history, the
Exactly.
backstory on
Where
that
they
song.
can find it and all that.
Back at it was a song that I dropped because I was kind of having a funk in the studio. Like, I was being there every day since the pandemic of 2020. I was living at the studio. Like, I was living there. So like, I might go to my mom's house, take a shower, like grown as hell, going over there take a shower. But I was living in the studio. You feel me? I was doing music, but I had a funk like of not just. I do a little hook here and then lead a song. 4 months go by, I be producing.
Oh, I
and
know
stuff.
what you mean.
But it like I couldn't get the mode of wanting to do music. And then it's one day I just went to the studio. I was just like, I'm finna get back at this shit. And then I just caught the song back at it. Like, a lot of people was just like, I was showing love to a lot of people. A lot of people. Like, I was showing love to so many people, bro. And I feel like I wasn't supposed to. I mean, I know God will be pleased with the fact that, you know what I'm saying, even though they did me wrong, I looked out, but it like, I feel like I wasn't supposed to, you know what I'm saying, because they ain't deserve to see
That
the
side
love
of
that
you.
I was putting out, you feel me?
You felt
They go
drained.
with everybody, like, anybody, I ain't care if it was, even if it was with my girl, if it was with my partners, like anything, if I feel like they ain't deserve it, I feel like, if I felt that way, I ain't saying that word, but if I felt that way with anybody, I was just that cutthroat mentally at the time.
Yeah.
And when I dropped the song, it was just, I was vibed out. Like, I just recorded it and then I'm like, I'm finna just put this out. Like,
So you was really just, and I feel like that when you make music, you really kind of got to be in that zone. So
For sure.
with the writer's block, did you ever get to the root of like what
Problem.
caused you to get in that funk? Like
Nah,
what was that?
as a musician, you always gonna have that moment.
Yeah,
It
no, I
don't
know.
matter,
Yeah.
It don't matter if you Drake. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like
Yeah.
that's why they got writers.
But I
Everybody got
know
an
that
off
just
season.
as somebody who do the arts, just in general, like I know that. But I think that we still got roots.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know,
I wanna get a little bit deeper with you, Big C. Let me ask you, and if you don't mind sharing, do you feel like that was a form of depression?
It would. I'm gonna tell you right now, it would. I drunk every day. I can tell you right now. I went to the liquor store. I leave my ID at home. They never cared about my ID. Oh, you back again? Yes,
no.
sir. Come on with the little liquor.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, like I might if it's
And so
anything every day. Like,
I know growing up in our community, the black community, and just being real straight up, like we not taught to just be real about what we feel. So like, did you not feel like you had anybody that you could talk to let this out to be able to have an outlet? Like
my one of my brothers, Mercy Beats, is like one of the producers that, you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Mercy, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
For
That's my
sure.
bro right there. You feel me? Like we both were going through a depression. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, hard as hell with this music, and it's like shit moving slow.
exactly.
Nobody buying beats at that time, and it's like it was cool during the pandemic when everybody was unemployment. Everybody
that
coming
PPP.
through. You feel
Yeah.
me? Folk, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, it started picking up, but it still was like the writer's block was just the depression was still there though.
Yeah.
I had money coming in. I might have made 1,000 in 3 hours. Not anything like money was flowing through because everybody started coming through, but it was like the depression was still there. It was like the money wasn't making me happy either. I thought buying clothes, going to the strip club. Cause I went to the strip club every day, like every day. I ain't had to give a dance or nothing like that. I just in there in the corner, drinking, eating my food, chilling. Like I wasn't in no low point like I'm gonna kill myself. Like,
Yeah, no, of
I
course,
wasn't
of
like
course.
that, but it like
Of course, but I think that we all, go through that more often than we speak on.
Especially black men. You
yeah.
know, I've been informed that our men have a more higher suicide rate than women.
Oh yeah,
so
they definitely
that's
do.
why I asked, was it a form of depression? Now, tell me this. How did you come up out of it? I know you said you had a moment one day, but did you exercise? Did you just have a talk
Exactly.
with God? Did your
I did
mom
work
kick
out.
in?
I did work out. Of course, I gained some weight back. But like I did work out though. I had lost probably like 30 pounds. Like I was
wow.
going to the gym. Me and my partner were like, bro, let's just go to the gym. We started off running around the studio building. Then we felt lame, so we got a gym. Going to the gym, so like Planet Fitness. We were going there every day, and we started eating like changing our diet. We were cooking out the studio. Now we had 2 little frying pans, you know what I'm saying? Salmon every day, all these type of vegetables. Like we were doing that all the time, and then like I had cut out drinking liquor for a while. Smoking, I had stopped doing that for like a while. I couldn't. I could still stop, but I stopped that for a while, trying to get myself together healthy. Once I started getting back healthy, it started like able to breathe better while I'm singing in the studio, rapping. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool. Then once I started realizing, feeling myself back, you know what I'm saying? And my mom too, like, she was like, boy, why you ain't just come to my house? I told my mom like I'm too grown to be coming to your house. You feel me? But she didn't really understand like I can't be here, and I'm not gonna get praying on depression, but she told me, she was just praying for me, telling me like, but I've been praying for you, so like, whatever you got going on, you'll get up out of it. Like she wasn't even worried. She was like, you'll be alright, boy. Like, I taught you better than that. You,
Well,
you alright.
A mother's prayer.
When you have that faith in God and you've instilled that in your child,
Yeah.
It's a different feeling. It's a different type of faith.
it's
So
sure.
you now that you done gained your weight back a little bit, would you say you're more happier in this form of your body or when you were a little bit smaller?
Well, actually, to be honest, I had got too comfortable. The money started coming in. I ain't state scrap. I didn't even know what a 4
Wait
for
a
4
minute.
was.
Say
Not know what
State scrap. I wasn't even eating. I wasn't even knowing. I had forgot what a 4 for 4 was almost. Like I was eating everyday designer, like every day. STK. We in all type of restaurant because it was like I'm just living life, you feel me? But then I've been back in the gym lately, so I probably don't lost like 15 pounds. But other than that, like I'm comfortable with myself. Like as long as I ain't out of proportion, where I can't buy no clothes and keep myself looking decent and like that, I'm cool. Like, it'll fluctuate when it's supposed to, when I supposed to do things, and I be comfortable, so I'm good. Like,
Gotcha. So within the next,
you first, honey.
So within the next like 5 years, what would you say your goals are as far as just growth? I mean, I'm gonna just say growth because that's just on the spectrum of like everything. You could speak on music, you could speak on family, you could speak on just everything. Like, what is your 5-year goals?
I'm planning on having a couple of multi-million dollar businesses.
Okay.
You feel me? Especially like
what? Like what kind of businesses are you think you interested in?
I got one business, but I ain't gonna say that on camera right now.
Okay, yeah, take it out.
But I do also have businesses where I'm working on trying to do things like even nonprofit. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I got a lot of my partners being in jail. You feel me? They been locked up. They did wrong a couple of years back, but ain't no telling how they gonna act when they get out. But they still human.
Yeah, the whole point of incarceration is for them to be able to
learn from their mistakes.
Exactly. So they can.
But these niggas still gotta eat.
So you want to contribute to that?
Like it should. I feel like it should be programs for families that got somebody in jail. I feel like it should be programs for everybody to eat something. It should be care packages given to them every month. You feel me?
For sure.
Because I feel like it'll like even dumb down some of the crime, even or the things inside of jail. You feel me? Like a lot of niggas got life. I got partners that got life. I got partners that got 20 years, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They families can't afford to really just keep dishing out to them. You feel me?
Exactly. So and if you know anybody in there, you know that the life in there is a whole nother world.
Right.
Ain't seeing nothing but the walls.
But it's still a world.
We don't want to give people too much of your juice, but we do want to give them the platform to follow your drip, your swag, your cooking. So tell them how they can follow you, support you, and keep up with you.
I normally be on Instagram a lot. I don't even be on my other social media like that, but you can follow my Instagram at Big C made this here for me.
Ooh.
I know that sounds long as hell, but when you hear the tag on the beats, you know what I'm saying, you'll understand. You feel
Spell
me?
It out for them just so they make sure they know where to follow you.
BIGCMADISHERE the number 4 and me.
Yes.
All right. Well, damn.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick intermission. Make sure y'all rewind that back so y'all can get all of that. And we'll be right back with y'all in a few moments.
All right.